Some strange times, man. When I analyze just different entertainers dying left and right, I'm at a point where I'm like, man, what's going on? Because they got this so-called virus out here that's taking lives of many people, right? But at the same time, all of that's going on, there's a massive number of entertainers that are dying at the same time as all of this is going on. Kind of mysteriously, like the timing of it's just like an alarming number of just dropping, you know. And I've been keeping my eye out, on the entertainment industry for a long time, because I've been connected to it. Stepfather's an entertainer and all of that. So I've always had my eye out for different things that take place and the timing of when certain things take place. I heard that someone passed away today. Articles explode all over the internet, everywhere. But what they a lot of times what they strategically do, or my opinion, what they strategically do is go into the accomplishments and the great stuff that you can talk about the person. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that a lot of times they'll immediately do that, and then you're thinking about like, well, how did they pass away? I came across one of those today. I read the article, and they immediately went into the a lot of the great things. What are they known for? And whoop de whoop, and I'm like, okay, paragraph, okay, next paragraph, and it's nothing. I'm like, what's the cause of death? You know, and still that hasn't been released yet. And when it comes to a lot of these entertainers, when they pass away, at times it be these mysterious deaths. You gotta wait for the autopsy, and then before you even find out what it is, a lot of times people forget because they run in some other media scheme, and you didn't forgot. A couple weeks go by, a month go by, you're like, oh yeah, didn't such and such? What we supposed to figure out how such and such passed away? And same thing like with these killings in the street. It'll be make some noise. It'll be bubbly for a couple weeks or something. Then let another headline, like for example, all of the killings that's supposed to be taking place in the streets, right? Seemed like a lot of people didn't forgot about it real quick. As soon as they dropped this Will Smith and Jada Pinkett meme, and I'm like, okay, I just go for anything. It'd be amazing me, man. I just watch people. I'd be like, yo, man, people can people can get they focus misdirected so easily. And this is why I watch the entertainers so much, or not watch them, but I have a understanding of it different than other people. Like I don't watch for the same reason other people watch, you know, or pay attention to them for the same reason that other people pay attention to these entertainers. See, I understand they have influence. People are looking up to them, idolizing them, and but behind the scenes, a lot of people don't know the game. When somebody is, they move differently. They move differently. They communicate in code. They move differently, and certain ones have their time to shine. And then when that time is over, then they can be replaced. Someone else can emerge in their place. But only thing I wanted to point out is that if they wanted to pull off some massive sacrificing in this entertainment industry, a lot of people know what I'm talking about. This is the perfect time to do it. And all I've been seeing lately is a lot of entertainers dropping left and right, left and right, left and right. know. And I'm seeing they getting ready to put, bring a lot of these entertainers. Whether we talking about NBA, we talking about boxing, or we talking about anything that's in, sporting events that a lot of people have been missing out on. They about to bring a lot of this stuff back, and I'm seeing a lot of people that had passed away before a lot of this stuff can get kicked back off. So, man, when you understand how these people move and how they use freaking they use astrology, they use dates, they use numbers, they use blood, they use a lot of stuff to bring about what they want, bring about certain forces to make something happen. And when people want to stay on top, as long as they, and they want to stay in that light and the upper multi millions of dollars, it's a different game that they got to play to remain in that space. Shout out to the ones that joined live. Rocket, what's going on, brother? No Name Rose. Peace to No Name Rose in the chat. First lady of this UDC. Been it from day one, showing mad support. But it's just strange times, you know? So is there a lot of sacrificing going on? You know? Uh as they say, usually when something falls, something is rising. When someone dies, someone is born, somewhere. So a career has come to an end, whose career is getting ready to take off. That's how these things happen. So sometimes I pay attention to the ones that pass, and then pay attention to the ones close to them and see, special explosions of success out of nowhere. We've seen this before, and maybe the timing. I looked at I watched boxing. I've always been into combat. Self defense, combat sports, all that kind of thing, those kind of things. So this morning they announced he's a very well known trainer named Nazim Richardson, Muslim. They announced he passed away this morning. Then this tonight was the reopening of Golden Boy Promotions on the Zone to feature all of their fighters, some of their uh, well-known fighters to the public and things like that. But after all of this time, they finally came back today. But the same day they came back, Nazim Richardson dies that morning. And he's definitely connected to Bernard Hopkins and Shane Mosley, who are partners with Golden Boy Promotions. Not to mention, Shane Mosley's son was like the co-main event. He was a co-main event on the card tonight. So it just makes me think about certain things like, okay. How did he pass? Wow, that's kind of extraordinary that he will pass the same day that Golden Boy is coming back on the scene. You know, hey, a lot of money's been lost with this COVID thing, but sometimes when people are trying to capitalize bigs, you got to pay the ultimate price. Somebody might have to take one for the team, but this had me thinking because I look at timing, I look at dates, I look at all of these different things, you know. And it's with this COVID thing going on, it's easy to slip uh, uh you know what I'm saying, the passing of someone to the COVID thing. Like, oh yeah, well, this person. The only thing I've seen is he had a stroke in 2007. That's it. Since then, I don't hear anything. But it's a situation where like a lot can be slipped under the rug with this COVID thing running on the surface. It could be all kind of foul play type of passings and things taking place, and they can slip it right with this you know into the category of this COVID thing. So big ups to Rocket in the chat. But there's a lot of sacrificing going on. You know, hopefully some of y'all making positive sacrifices. See, there's certain ones that can make great things happen by making positive sacrifices. And there's others that choose to make sacrifices in an opposite manner, using other forces to bring about what they want here. To bring something new, it is gonna have to be a sacrifice. You are gonna have to let something go. Something must fall for something to rise. You know, it's like the sun. They say the sun sets, but it rises. So, you know, just be aware, man. Be not so caught up in what they're doing, but at the same time, if you have the eye for it, just pay attention because you can learn, catch certain things just by observing, just by being observant and seeing a pattern on how certain things be happening. I remember seeing a good amount of time, you were just seeing certain entertainers pass away, cause of death, same thing, overdose. Hey, damn, everybody ODing? Everybody? Everybody just on crack, huh? Everybody just snorting lines, huh? You know, and it's always in a hotel, OD. Just like, damn, that's just this bad curse on them entertainers, man. They just always in a hotel, a little too much, and ODing. So patterns. So and then it just be suspicious when somebody they might fall off, right? Might not even be doing nothing. Then somebody close to them will pass away. And the next thing you know, they explode out of nowhere. Like, well, we forgot you still was here. Oh, your career back jumping, huh? Dang, that's all it took. It took one of your cousins, Shaquita, or somebody to get murked for you to get back on the scene in a major way. Like, damn, you know, some of these people got to survive like us, but shoot, they kind of survival was different. So they are trying to maintain, you know, that which they have invested much into. And a lot of people, man, I've seen, man, people on these levels, like they'll get there, they get so attached to the material level that they've gotten to, that they don't even think that they can function without it. And if they lose it, they go crazy. They go crazy. I mean, you imagine having freaking a chef and somebody with housekeepers and all kind of people just doing stuff for you, to now you got to do it on your own. Now you might have to downgrade from being into a mansion to a regular apartment or something. And you just got to adjust. Some of these people cannot adjust to that. They'll be ready to kill somebody because they don't want to live like that. So that's how that go, man. That's how that go. But I just wanted to give my thoughts on what I've believe and what I do not rule out as a possibility of happening during this time period. It's called misdirection. Make everybody believe it's about this when something else can be going full force in a whole different direction. While you focused on what they want you to focus on. While you believe in what they want you to believe. But kind of ignoring the fact that there's an alarming amount of people, that are just mysteriously, and then kind of look at it's quite a bit of people, but I know it's a particular complexion that is just, you know, going at a rapid rate. So that's all I want to say, man. Y'all just be aware and don't allow every headline to influence your thinking. If you see something that just go massively viral all of a sudden, don't just jump on the trend. It's like, oh, okay, this is the thing now. This is viral now. Like sometimes you might want to ask the question, why is this going so viral? What are they trying to distract you from? You know, seem like every time something serious happens, they want to put out a new meme or something very, very viral to redirect you somewhere else. So that's all I wanted to say for this one. Thank y'all for the ones that tuned in, Rocket, No Name Rose, and everybody that catches the playback of this live stream. I'm the Black Horseman. Peace.